My friends were animals. When you lived on the prairie, you really don't have friends to play with, and you don't have time to play anyway. So as a young boy, 9 years old, I drove 4 head of horses all day long. After the war, then we were able to get a tractor and join the industrial society. You can imagine my admiration for a tractor, having sat behind 4 horses all day long with only 4 horsepower. So I was very addicted to tractors, and I took and collected John Deere tractors, and I actually restored 64 of them to my collection. When I got that done, I needed something else to do. And so I just started picking up old scrap parts from these tractors and sticking them together. And I made animals with them, okay? I went back to the business of the primacy of nature, which is a very principal theme. I want to make the contrast between the industrial society and the primacy of nature. Those connections are essential in the art that I do. That's the message I try to get across, that we really have to pay attention to the primacy of nature because we're part of it. How can I symbolize that in these animals? How can I make you recognize this? That this is just a bunch of junk, or this is an animal. How can I get a message to you that we need to respect the primacy of nature? Primacy first, foremost, most important. Here's the key. This is a piston and a connecting rod. All your engines and cars are made with these things. Some people don't even know what this is. At any rate, in the beginning, all they could do was push in one direction, okay? Bring it back, push. Some guy came up with this notion of a connecting rod for all of a sudden we were able to make linear motion go into circular motion and torque. And once we got that, then the industrial evolution really took off. We got steam engines and propellers and gears and pulleys and belts and all sorts of things that would alleviate muscle, okay? So here's the key. This connects the industrial society to the primacy of nature, in my view. Now, I don't expect anybody walking up to a piece of art and seeing all this connecting rods all over it to recognize that connection, but it's important to me. Okay? I want to plant that connection in there. I want to try to express that conflict of background, okay? I want to regurgitate my subconsciousness. I made these animals the way I see them. I didn't go get a picture of a horse. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make the horse what I think the horse looks like, okay? So I exaggerate and I make it abstract. I bring out the character of the animal as much as I can, even be constrained by the pieces of junk I can find, okay? But the reason I do it is I enjoy it. It's satisfying to me. It gives me something to do. And then I try to give this message of this connection between our background in nature and where we're going now in this. And I do it by trying to connect them together with a connecting rod. But I also do it because I get enjoyment out of people looking at it. And that's why I have art in public places, because it actually gives them some enjoyment. And so I like that. Okay, that's my reward.